A young Australian sailor is recovering in hospital back on land after his attempt to circumnavigate the country solo went very wrong. Xavier Doa was airlifted and flown to Adelaide this morning following his rescue from huge seas by a bulk carrier 24 hours after running into trouble in the Great Australian Bight.
Immense relief after more than 24 hours in deep trouble at sea.
G'day, Xavier.
G'day, how are you?
Good. Welcome to Port Lincoln.
Thank you. Great to be here.
A major rescue effort was launched after Queensland sailor Xavier Doa got into strife in the Great Australian Bight, around 600 kilometres west of Kangaroo Island.
I hit what I think was a sunfish. Pivoted, I was taking on water around the keel, so I was sinking.
Treacherous weather conditions also hampering his journey around Australia.
He said that the sea state was enormous, 8 to 10 metres, and winds of over 100 kilometres an hour.
Going up through the Great Barrier Reef and around the north of Australia is very challenging, and then of course to get down to the Southern Ocean is where he's encountered this very large storm.
The 22-year-old was thrown around in his sailboat, suffering neck and back injuries. Fearing for his safety, he made a desperate call for help.
We lost contact with Xavier for a few hours, and about 2 hours into that, I got a phone call from AMSA saying that he'd activated his personal locator beacon. I don't think anyone can understate how terrifying that must have been.
A merchant ship initially headed for Western Australia was diverted to rescue Xavier, who was in good spirits once on board. The next challenge was getting him back to shore, a rescue helicopter winching him to safety earlier today, later touching down at the Royal Adelaide Hospital, where he received further medical treatment.
Part of our treatment was some pain relief, and further to that, a coffee was definitely on the treatment plan.
Xavier's team has already started the process of trying to retrieve his vessel, which is still more than 200 kilometres from the nearest port.
Fairly enthusiastic to get his boat back and actually get back on his boat, obviously after a significant amount of repairs.
But that won't stop the sailor from continuing his dream.
There may be some modifications to the dream, but I can tell you that Xavier won't pack up and go home now, or in terms of packing up his dreams. He'll definitely be out there again shortly, trying either this record or something else.
For Xavier, this trip is one to remember. Katrina Musson for 10 News First.